Hello and welcome to the Smite World Championship European Week 8 Qualifiers. Today we're watching the third place match between SK Gaming and IIIII. Earlier today, a number of top teams were knocked out early, getting next to no points for this week. Cloud9 HyperX, Worth Gaming / Team Coast Blue, and 4th place Agilitas, all going to be walking away with only 10 points for the week. That'll leave, if Team Solo Mid wins the first place match today, will leave them within 10 points of Cloud9 HyperX. So the entire European bracket is anybody's game. These next 2 weeks are going to be huge, and the winner of this game walking away with an extra 15 points, and I believe will leave them in 4th place over the other team. So this game is going to be quite important going forward. Pings going out all over the place by both teams as early wards are being thrown down in the jungle. See if we can fight the camera and move over there. Lovely little Denton balloon floating in the jungle. Giannis throwing auto attacks and taunting the enemy team. Fun stuff all around. Early ward also placed by SK Gaming. Keeping an eye on those all-important mid camps as the game gets underway. And I do apologize for fighting the camera. Like a little early poke going on in the left mid harpies by Anher, throwing his impale, hitting Apollo and Giannis into the wall. Don't believe he managed to steal either one, but Giannis did have to pop a potion to get some health back as he heads into lane. This could prove to be a bit of an advantage, as the unstable vortex does clip Habwa for a little bit of damage, so kind of evening things out. And here we have a little bit of early aggression as the water spout hits and knocks up Giannis into some minions as Habwa begins to roam around. Mercury coming up behind him, walking through some wards, so he's going to be spotted. A little skirmish starts coming out in the jungle. Mercury low on health as Kumba comes around from the side. Habwa having to run low on health. Apollo roaming around, cleaning up the kill. With Kumba and Tyr showing up a little late to the fight, not quite able to clean up or capitalize. At first blood going to Apollo, roaming in and killing off that Habwa. That roam by Habwa not paying off in the slightest. Random pings going off in the jungle, always fun. Some nice aggression coming out in the right lane. Hercules pushing Aphrodite back to the tower. Aphrodite's wave clear not so great the first couple levels until Lovely Birds gets a few levels up into it and can do enough damage to clear out or kill the waves outright. Hercules, on the other hand, with... Actually, does Aphrodite have Hand of the Gods? No, Aphrodite does not, whereas Hercules does have Hand of the Gods to help the wave clear, as he's working on, once again, pushing that wave into the tower. Kind of zoning out, denying experience, possibly looking for the grab with his Earthbreaker, pulling Aphrodite into a couple minions. Might come up here now that he has a little bit more than a minion wave. There it is, getting knocked back into the wave, stunned in the middle of the archers, using his Hand of Gods to clear out, hit the enemy minions. Aphrodite, unfortunately for Hercules, making it back under the tower. Rest of the game, lanes, nothing really exciting happening. Just some regular wave clearing and farming up. Hercules being cheeky, taking the tower, trying to get an Earthbreaker hit onto Aphrodite, as it looks like Mercury is coming around in the left lane looking for a gank opportunity. Sobek going in, throwing back Kumbhakarna into the large minion wave. Mercury coming in, special delivery back into his own minion wave. Kumba will go down, pops Sleepy, and he will be taken out. Anher trying to get a few last hits in while he can before they reach the tower. Looks like his own minion wave showed up just in time to avoid being denied all that gold from the tower. Still, Hercules in that lane still forcing some heavy aggression. The wave once again about to be pushed under the tower. Getting a little kiss from Aphrodite, showing her love, spreading the love around. So a couple of those minions, though, did get to the tower. That denying that gold could be coming into effect later. But we have some action happening at the left Harpy camp. Kumba smiting them away with Hands of God. A little bit of aggression continuing, though. Sobek getting pushed back by Tyr, but dashing away with his charge prey, getting out safely. Although I5 is continuing to push the aggression in the middle lane, Hercules rotating around to secure the right Harpies. So each team got their respective Harpy camps, although most of that experience, I believe, The experience on the left camp was split 3 ways as opposed to the 2 between Mercury and Hercules for the right camp. While that was all going on, it looks like the SK Gaming's minions did manage to push to the left tower, getting just a tiny little bit of health damage onto it. I can't actually click it to see what the hell is going on with it, but yeah. We'll poke back over to this right lane. Mercury coming in with... trying to remember these things. Sonic Boom for extra damage, and I have slow motion on, apparently. With Aphrodite popping her undying love to make herself able to get away safely. So 2 ultimates blown, no kills obtained off for either team. Hercules looks like he might be invading here, going after that damage buff. Tyr is in the area, so he knows what's going on, but the 3-man invade is likely going to be pushing this away, where I-5 will be able to secure this safely. Yeah, damage buff was secured, with Janus picking it up. And over here left lane, looks like Kumba and Anher are rotating around to take their own mana buff. While the aggression still, invasion by I-5 going after the mana buff. Crushing wave coming out, catching Mercury and Janus. Mercury being forced out of the fights, 3v3 still. Tyr being forced out low on health. Lurking in the waters did catch out Tyr, who unfortunately for them did manage to escape before it landed. Ooh, Sobek still going super aggressive, trying to get a kill. He's between towers, gonna have to run through the outer tower to get to safety. Habwa rotating around, trying to save him. Decides the best of it. Oh, Habwa rotating to save him. Habwa rotating to kill him. Sobek's on the other team. Sobek's I-5, Habwa's SK Gaming. Aggression still continuing. Hercules poking a little fun at, poking the Kumbhakarna a little bit. Not much coming out of that, both teams disengaging finally after that rather extended invade. 1 kill going over to I-5, while I believe SK Gaming managed to pick up 1 as well. But I believe they did secure both buffs. I-5 did pick up the damage buff, but looks like Habwa did manage to secure their own mana buff, so... pretty decent invade. I-5 does have a slight, about a 600 gold lead at the moment. How's the experience looking if I can find the correct graph? There it is. Experience is also slightly in favor of I-5, the early advantage by SK having just been turned back around. As I missed some aggression mid lane, Sobek trying to be cheeky around those mid-harpies. As they're rotating around to fight over the right harpies now. Mercury charging up Sonic Boom, possibly for an engage, but electing to instead just kill the harpies. Nice and easily taken down with the 4-person rotation. Obviously not wanting to fight while their AD carry hunters are over in the other lane, just farming up nice and carefully amongst themselves. Now Apollo has managed to finish his Devourer's Gauntlets quite a bit ahead of Anher. So he's going to be building up those stacks, and it's going to be quite the advantage as things move on through the game. Especially if he can keep Anher from actually recalling here. Once again, Apollo is pushing that full minion wave to the tower. Anher is able to keep him off the wave, but delaying that push is... delaying that recall for the Devourer's Gauntlets, not so great, as I realize I did just miss the kill, so I am going to go ahead and see what happened over there. It's like Aphrodite wanting to recall as the wave shows up. Oh, there we go. Hercules using his driving strike into Aphrodite as Tyr shows up for the gank. And that's not going to end too well for the Hercules. Tyr picking up the kill. And now Aphrodite might be able to, after clearing this wave, finally head back to base. And it looks like the supports have once again shown back up to help out their hunters. Anher actually getting quite low. Kumba here to cover the lane. Anher can now head back and finally finish off his Devourer's Gauntlets and possibly pick up some other goodie of some sort, like Tier 3 Sprint. That's always a fun one. Ping is going out to indicate the Sobek rotation. Everyone's kind of aware what's going on. Kumba not really having the wave clear necessary to deal with the gold, but the minions are here, and Anher has once again returned, so... a little bit of gold lost once again. What is the difference between the hunters? 4,300 for Anher to Apollo's 5,000. So about a 700 gold lead. And once again, I managed to miss a kill as I'm doing math. Fight breaking out mid lane. Janus getting ganked. Habwa running for dear life and just getting taken out. Still totally managed to miss that kill despite the rewind. So let's rewind one more time. We know what happened and this isn't working. This replay button, rewind button is not cooperating. Looks like an initiation by Sonic Boom into that. I'm not fighting with the rewind button. I do apologize. It's like, I don't believe I actually said it, but this is the first time I'm messing around trying to do a cast of a game. So hopefully this is going to be the worst of it, missing a couple things here and there. Hercules once again being super aggressive as he's aware that the entire enemy team is not in right lane. But boy, Hercules loves poking around that tower, driving, striking Aphrodite into the wall for that stun. Looks like Apollo's in trouble over in the left lane, getting mighty yawned and impaled back into the wall for the kill by Anher. Sobek and Mercury, however, are on their way over. Can they turn things around for a late cleanup? Sobek does land the grab. Mercury not quite landing a special delivery. Two supports dueling it out, but their supports not going to be seeing a lot of damage out of either one of them. Just kind of going to poke each other until eventually they give up and go home. Still just tons and tons of aggression over here, though, in the right lane. Aphrodite now having Hercules back under his own tower.
Your left tower is under attack. Bring it on.
And Hercules getting dangerously low, taking those Archer minions. Aphrodite going in for the kill. I believe just used her beads for, I'm not sure why. And, oh, using her ultimate to dodge the last tower shot. Hercules electing not to pursue, I believe, not having full vision on the enemy team. Or, no, he's gonna let both of them go away. Aphrodite getting super aggressive, though, diving under that tower. Not much coming out of it, however. But both solo laners looking like they're gonna just go ahead and back to base and heal up as a fight breaks out over the right Harpies. Someone getting knocked up. Sobek going down to the epic uppercut tier combo. Through space and time did come through with the portals, but I don't believe it actually connected for any damage. There comes the wet paper as Habwa gets portaled up into the air. Sonic Boom comes out. Habwa getting special delivered into the Apollo. Oh, double kill, or kill for somebody, and Kumba goes down into his passive, which will likely be a third kill coming up here right now. There it is for the double kill. I called it early, knew it was coming. That's exactly what it was. So yeah, all kinds of abilities getting out. Not great camera work, slightly. Hercules picking up the mana buff. Apollo serenading on her to thank him for all those kills he just allowed to occur. Actually, I'm not entirely sure what's on her was doing during it, but I5 is now electing to go for the Gold Fury. On her, getting thrown in the portal, thrown back by Sobek. Desert Fury is coming out onto the three of them. I5 does secure the Gold Fury. Janus going down on her, and Aphrodite still pushing ahead hard. Lurking in the waters is Sobek coming up for damage, but getting picked off before actually managing to get that kill. Apollo is heading across the sky, but electing instead to drop into mid lane for some farm. And now he'll be quickly running away as three members of SK Gaming are rotating mid, where they will likely be pushing this tower. As soon as that minion wave comes up, you can expect to see a bunch of damage on there. Apollo probably not going to be able... Well, Apollo does have pretty good wave clear. Might be able to keep them off of it. They might, however, elect to tank the tower manually. Kumba blinking forward, looking for the hit. He does land the epic uppercut. Mighty yawn into the groggy strike. Aphrodite coming in for the get back and the kill. Or Aphrodite's back off, not get back. Minions continuing to do damage onto that tower. Pings onto that Mercury. Kumbhakarna roaming around looking for that pickup as they're walking over a ward of their own, so they did obviously not have vision of that. There's a ward for I5. So despite being down by 3 kills, I5 is managing to maintain about a 2,000 gold lead. Yay math. Some more aggression coming out mid lane. I really should just be getting the hang of these keys, but whatever. We're gonna work with whatever we can manage to get from here on out. I also very much dislike the fact that these keys swap around as the game progresses. I'm gonna stick to the mouse. Left Harpies are up and are immediately taken down by SK Gaming. who are now also rotating for the right harpies. I-5 not in position to contest this in the slightest. As a little cactus goes down, kind of just keeping an eye on things. Just chilling. I'd zoom in on it, but I can't. Hercules and Yanis are rotating around as the harpies spawn. Hercules getting a little too close to things, getting knocked back by Tyr's Fearless into the team, taking a bunch of damage as the rest of I-5 just has to back off as the harpies are now down. Habwa blinking forward, looking for the water spout to connect onto Hercules, not quite landing it. So Habwa is just going to pull and back off of that, disengage, get out of there safely before anyone else comes around to play. Clean up that minion, Habwa. You got that. You got that. What are you guys doing? Mid harpies are dead, guys. They're not there anymore. Just nothing to do there. They're not going to spawn. Sorry. And just some more wave clearing going on. Apollo might be in a bad position here. Kumba roaming around the side to get into position for an attack, but what's his name? Apollo uses the moves to get out of there safely. This left tower thing is confusing me because this is the left lane on my minimap. The outer tower for SK Gaming on the right lane was taken down at some point. I completely and utterly missed that. I'm not entirely sure how, but it happened at some point. Just pointing that out now. Oh, Sonic Boom coming in from Mercury for the gank. Sobek coming up from behind, lurking in the waters. On her, not in a happy place. Janus coming over through the side, using through space and time to get across the map. On her, getting picked off. Epic uppercut onto somebody as they die horribly as they fall. Oh no, no one died off the epic uppercut. I apologize. Sometimes I have no idea what I'm talking about. Hercules, this right lane, just tons and tons of regression back and forth, which I guess is kind of typical solo lane stuff. Aphrodite going to be looking to answer back on that turret shortly. More aggression coming out. Hercules, what is Hercules actually itemizing? The new Ankyle stacking up that magic resistance and physical power. Or physical power and cooldown reduction. So good stuff there. Nice big 50 magical protection. So as he gets those stacks up, he'll be able to put out more damage onto Aphrodite. But with her heals, she's more than able to hold her own. We do have some 2v2 action going on in the mid lane. Just some push back and forth. Well, it looks like Aphrodite might be considering poking on into the I-5 mana buff camp. Spotting out Apollo. There's the kiss for the stun. And the birds land for the dot, but with Hercules there as well. Can't really force it out, although she is going in for more aggression. There's another kiss, but Apollo gets out of the birds for the damage. There's another stun, and the birds miss yet again. Back off, though, managing to pick up the kill. Still going aggressive. Hercules, I don't know. And Aphrodite's doing work. And mid lane, we have Sobek getting caught out. The Desert Fury coming out all over the place, not connecting. However, there's 1, 2, 3 hits right at the end. Mighty Yawn. And Sobek is cleaned up. There's the epic uppercut onto Janus, who does manage to portal away over into the left Harpy camp. On her is, however, in pursuit. Does not look like he's going to be catching up. Yeah, you can see On her deciding not to run into Apollo. Gold Fury is now once again up, however. Getting started up by that groggy strike from Kumakarna and Habwa. Just doing some work, getting that damage out. Apollo, the only person in the area able to contest at this point. Does Kumba have Hog 3? Kumba does have Hog 3, so without Sobek in the area, they really can't contest this unless they all get there really soon. Gold Fury down below half as Tyr blinks forward looking for the Fearless, just to deny, knock people away, as SK Gaming does manage to secure the Gold Fury. Not really much of a contention. Sonic Boom is charging up by Mercury. Looks like they might be thinking of diving Habwa under the tower. Aphrodite is there as well now. Habwa is completely out of mana. He's not going to be much use. Now Aphrodite left to defend against 4 members of I-5. Tyr and Kumba are lurking off to the side. Aphrodite getting knocked back into the team by Sobek. Tyr jumping into the fight with Lawbringer. Hercules getting taken down under the tower. Groggy Strike just missing Sobek. Kiss does land. 3 members of SK focusing on the Sobek. You got those damage dealers in the background. Mercury sonic booming into the back line. Special delivery onto Kumba. Taking that Janus portal to get the hell out of there with low health. Looks like Janus does get picked off in the back. Kumba is down on his passive. Apollo managing to pick that up as well. 2 kills for I-5. Now evening it out. 2 for 2. With SK Gaming still in pursuit of Apollo, who has managed to get away safely. And these team fights get messy, and my play-by-play is not great. Again, I apologize for that. Off the back of that fight, though, leaves Sobek fighting to defend that outer middle tower, which goes down quite quickly. He actually didn't have a chance to defend anything. Mid Harpies are up. SK is rotating over to take those out quickly. And a quick back off, and they die. Let's take a quick look at what's going on. SK Gaming has actually taken the lead away from I-5 by quite a bit at this point. Those couple towers they've taken down, and by couple I mean 1 tower. That 1 tower they've taken, helping out, as well as that Gold Fury they managed to pick up. It looks like Apollo got caught out in left lane, getting fearless against the wall, serenading, missing, and the moving out. With the Lawbringer coming in, landing. Kumba blinking forward, going for the Mighty Yawn, but the Mighty Yawn isn't even needed as Desert Fury from On Her cleans it up. So 3 ultimates to take out... Oh, who the hell was Apollo? Yes. That does leave left lane free and easy to clean up for the On Her. Reels moving forward. Mercury coming in, though, thinking about going in with Sonic Boom. Looks like he has toggled it off. Impale missing. Mercury and Kumba coming in. Mercury going aggressive while Kumba comes in. Epic uppercut into the air. Groggy Strike charged, ready. Stunning in place, but Mercury able to Sonic Boom out of the way. And it looks like he will get away safely, but Hobboy is coming up around the side. The wet paper is down. Water Spout, however, not being used. Looks like he went for the water cannon instead, which is a little easier to hit, but the fight is still continuing. Hercules going toe-to-toe with now Aphrodite and Tyr as he runs. The Kiss landing for the stun, back off, knocking him back slightly towards the wall. Here comes through space and time, Mercury running in, Janus also running in from across the map. And it looks like with that, SK Gaming has elected to back off. Apollo getting hit by the Mighty Yawn, but Kumba electing to not press the fight as On Her is returning to base to buy. Getting a couple wards. Apparently just getting a couple wards. I guess he might have just been out of mana or something. Fight is breaking out mid lane that I'm almost missing, with Janus managing to portal through the wall, getting away safely. Excavate from Hercules, not picking him off. He did not run that way. Or actually, that might just been to delay the other 2 members of SK Gaming. Right lane, full wave from I-5, getting up to that tower. So exciting game so far, lots of action all over the place. SK Gaming, though, is increasing their lead slowly but surely, if I once again can find the correct map. Although the past minute or so, I believe that is just the way it did drop slightly, but they are still up by almost now 6,000 gold. That's experience, that's not gold. They are up 700 to 800 gold. Yay for knowing how these graphs work. Let's back up a little bit. They are contesting. I actually have no idea who grabbed that. The water spout from Hobwa might have picked those up. They also might have been secured by I-5. Will the graph tell? No. Would have been nice if I had the little gold indicators on to see who gets what when, but I don't. So, it is what it is. Looks like there's going to be some contention here for the left Harpies. SK, again, the water spout does come out, but I don't know if anything actually came for that. Apollo does manage to take the left tower and just barely escaping with his life using Across the Skies. Big pickup there for I-5. That should put them back in the lead. Or not, as SK Gaming is now answering with Gold Fury. I-5, however, is in position to contest. Anher does manage to beads out of the Sobek throw, so he's safe for the moment. SK, though, is getting that Gold Fury down below 50%. If I5 wants to contest this, they need to go in now. Apollo, however, is not there and has no ability to get through, and SK Gaming does pick it up safely. Looks like SK Gaming might be looking for a fight here, knowing Apollo was still missing. He is now showing... Apollo is now in the left lane, and they are aware of his position. Tyr blinking forward, trying to pick up Sobek with the Fearless. Not able to land it, though, and push them back into his own team. So it looks like no fight will actually be breaking out off the back of that. Apollo, though, going aggressive onto Anher. Desert Fury, Desert Sands, Shifting Sands, as it is actually called, coming out. With Kumba showing up, they're turning this around. Apollo does beads out of the Impale onto the wall. Mighty Yawn onto Apollo. Lawbringer into the Blink to push him back. There's the Kumba Blink for the Mighty Yawn. Impaled back into the wall, and Apollo does end up going down. Habwa is also in the area. This could be a tower for SK Gaming. Sonic Boom is charged. Mercury looking to go in, as Sobek did catch out Habwa, but electing not to pursue the engagement. Looks like SK Gaming is going to go ahead and clean up some of these buffs. Now, Aphrodite has not yet managed to answer that right lane turret. It is, however, quite low, probably about 200 health left on it. Let's see, yeah, just under 200 health, so a good minion wave push into that lane, and Aphrodite will be able to take that out quite easily. Actually, delaying that Hercules back would be a little bit of a mistake there. Again, these are pro players, and me as a guy who's not even level 30's opinion. If you let the Hercules just back off, you have the lane all to yourself to go take out that tower. It is, however, quite low, and anyone can go over and kind of just look at it the wrong way, and it'll fall over for a big chunk of gold at some point in the future. Or you can poke Hercules and then go take the tower anyway. A few more hits should take that out. SK Gaming's minions also pushing onto the outer tower in the left lane. However, the lack of minions and the approach of Mercury does push Aphrodite back to the minion waves. Hercules also on his way back to that right lane. Kiss landing onto Mercury. He does manage a special delivery out of the birds, however. Does not take that extra damage. As Sobek for I5 is also rotating around, looking for the Aphrodite. They briefly catch the edge of her recall, but not in a position to stop it. Mercury saving his Sonic Boom. Possibly looking for a trip across the map, but electing not to go for the Habwa. I can't tell which team's ward that is. That is an SK Gaming ward. I can click the words for vision. That's good to know. Yay for learning things. Left lane SK Gaming is pushing into the left lane's outer tower, taking it down before I5 has a chance to respond. I5, however, is in pursuit. Tyr blinking forward, looking for the Lawless. Mercury beadsing out of the knockback. Kumba blinking in, catching Mercury with Mighty Yawn into the Epic Uppercut. Groggy Strike charge. Special delivery gets him out, though, as the fight is breaking out everywhere. Tyr going out to finish off the Mercury kill, using Sonic Boom to get out of the line of fire, safely escaping back to his base. SK Gaming aggressively pursuing onto Hercules, who is also low on health. SK Gaming is not letting up on this fight. They are taking quite a bit of damage. Most of their team, however, if I can find the team fight UI, both teams are down to about half health total. Apollo and Sobek, however, are full health as they are defending against the entire SK Gaming lineup. Fight breaking out. That tower is going to go down as SK Gaming retreats, looking to get back to base. I just realized bans are on the screen. I don't know how to hide that without hiding everything else, apparently. Is it L? It's not L. I'm just going to mash some buttons here and hope for the best. I managed to hide some players and wards, and oh, I can show vision on the wards. Alright, well, I kind of like that. We'll go with that. Yay for learning more things. Am I toggling between the team's wards? Is that what's going on? I guess I can toggle between teams' wards. Alright, we'll go with the normal wards. Habwa showing some aggression onto Sobek, and I don't have health bars now. This is why I just rewound. I do apologize for this. I'm going to pause and fix this. We'll be back in just a moment. Alright, I found the ban button. Alright, and we are back. I did find the ban button. It is, be ironically, health bars are O. So I believe everything is as it should be now with the bans disappeared from the screen. A little Denton balloon chilling near Fire Giant. Aphrodite just surgically removing it there from the feet of Fire Giant. SK Gaming is doing Gold Fury. I5 does have vision of it, but however, with multiple members back in base, they are not going to be able to contest this. This is going to push SK Gaming's 5k gold lead even further, taking it up to a math is hard 6k gold lead. Sobek getting caught by Tier's Fearless, dashing away, however, safely. Just kind of watch these guys as they pick up that left Harpy camp as almost an entire team. On her not being a team player and going off for that minion wave. On her, what are you doing? You still could have shared those harpies rather with your entire team. You just didn't want to do it though, huh? Why is there a purple icon on the map? I'm not sure why there's a purple one. Unless it's just someone with the vision ward. It's a possibility. I have no idea. Anyway, Kumba versus Hercules over in the right lane. Sobek roaming around from the side. A good grab onto Kumbhakarna could result in a fight. The tail whip, however, does catch him, with Aphrodite showing up, giving him a little sweet, sweet loving. Habwa showing up to join the fight as well as Sobek begins lurking in the waters to get out of that. Sonic Boom is charged, does, however, miss everybody. Mercury jumping out to Habwa, picking him off quickly as Janus also quickly kills off Aphrodite, with Kumbhakarna getting knocked into his passive and getting taken down quickly as well. All members of I5 are on the right side of the map, and that is probably going to be a quick and easy pickup for the Fire Giant. There is no Hog 3 available for SK Gaming for 30 seconds. Tier and Anher are in position to contest as the Fire Giant is already dead. They're not going to be contesting anything. Tier also getting picked off almost instantly. Anher running for his life as I5 is about to just completely blow through the middle lane, completely demolishing a large portion of I5's, or SK Gaming rather's, defenses.
Your middle tower is under attack.
5 seconds on Kumbhakarna, 10 on Aphrodite and Habwa. On her, doing what he can to delay the team, but this is probably going to be a Phoenix pickup before I5 elects to back off. The Phoenix just is already dead. Mighty Yawn catching Hercules, but Creeping Curse comes out. Hercules dashing away. He might get picked off here, but after, yeah, Hercules does manage to get picked off. The rest of I5, however, is away safely, with Mercury and Apollo looking for something to steal over in the left side jungle. Nothing there to grab, however, they all have been cleaned up already previously. With that Phoenix down, however, fire minions will be marching down the middle lane, and that will give I5 quite a bit of room to work with pushing those side lanes. That series of engagements, though, catching up I5, who are now back in the game with about 100 gold difference between the two teams. For the last, I believe, 3 kills that SK Gaming has gotten, I5 has answered with 5, so I5 turning things around, getting themselves back into the game. 4 members of I5 do still have Fire Giant buff, so once, what's his name, Hercules is back up, we'll see if I5 can make anything happen off the remainder of this Fire Giant buff, which has about 2 minutes left at this point. I'm assuming it's a 4-minute duration buff, which I'm not entirely sure on. It might be 3 minutes, I don't know. So, whatever happens with that happens. Now, SK Gaming are kind of grouping up towards the left lane, as all lanes are pushed towards SK Gaming's side of the map. There is nothing for I5 to take on this map. Every single camp is currently dead. Gold Fury is down, Fire Giant's down, every Harpy camp is down. I5, if they want anything, are going to have to push across the map and force their way towards SK Gaming's base. Retreat pings are coming out in the left lane as Apollo split pushing over in the left as the rest of I5 is posturing around the left inner tower of SK Gaming. It's like a couple members of SK Gaming are rotating over to deal with Apollo, who is making quick and easy work of that right tower. Quickly dropping as he's still pushing his way forward. The other tower in the left lane also going down extremely rapidly. I-5 is advancing in both lanes onto the enemy Phoenix. Habwa and Apollo going to be facing off against each other as the remaining members of both teams defend the opposing Phoenix. Shifting Sands is up. Mercury's Sonic Boom is charged, looking for a good opportunity to engage. The delay tactics, however, Aphrodite is getting forced off the left lane to deal with the mid lane fire minions, who are now working their way to the Titan. The SK Gaming Titan has taken its first few hits of damage. I-5 electing, however, to pull back off the assault and clear out the entire jungle. Gold Fury also up. That's going to be taken down extremely quickly. At this point, a couple members of I-5 reaching full builds, so drops extremely rapidly as they continue to clean up the buffs throughout the map. Fire Giant also going to be up in about a minute. That will be up for contention. With SK Gaming down a Phoenix. Both other Phoenixes vulnerable. Find themselves not in a great position. Yeah, Hercules, clean up those camps. SK Gaming just playing on the back foot now, down 3k gold. How the game has shifted the past 10 minutes or so. SK Gaming managing to lose their lead to I-5. And at this point in the game, things kind of slow down. Teams, it's getting to the point of the game where a single misplay can result in the loss. And losing the game in its entirety, when respawn times are as long as they are now, they're up to about a minute and 10 seconds, I want to say. Fire Giant has respawns now. I-5 is posturing to fight over it, as Apollo is over in the left lane, still split pushing away. Looking for that possible engagement onto Anher. Habwa is also sneaking around, however. I don't know if I-5 caught vision of Habwa leaving, but they are beginning the Fire Giant fight. Tyr blinking forward, looking for the Lawless, or rather the Fearless knockback. Kumba landing a epic uppercut onto Giannis, who did manage to Aegis, and who picked up the Fire Giant. I-5 did manage to secure the Fire Giant as the fight continues. Apollo did cross the skies in to join the fight. And I-5 now, with the Fire Giant in hand, picking off Kumba down in his passive, in pursuit of Anher, who will likely be taken down here as well. Hercules, though, getting quite low. Anher does manage to sneak away. 3 members of I-5 surviving that fight. Would have been nice if I remembered to put up that lovely team fight to UI, but I did not. And first time casting a game, give me a breaker. Habwa did manage to base and fill up his health. But between Sobek, Hercules, and Apollo, they're going to be able to make quick work of likely all of these Phoenix. Anher did throw out some damage onto Sobek, but they are just going to rotate straight over to that left lane and continue their massacre of the remaining base assets of SK Gaming. There are 15 seconds left on those death timers. Hercules tagging up the left Phoenix, landing the driving strike, knocking Habwa back into his team. Anher will manage to slip away. Apollo is on the chase, getting impaled back. He will go for that Phoenix, taking it down. No, double blink in Tyr and Kumba. Sobek and Apollo quite low. Apollo not going to be getting away from this one, as he does get taken down by the entirety of SK Gaming. That little bit of aggression, probably the wrong move. Had he picked that up, it could have meant they would have been able to remain on their pursuit. However, had they just gone for the Phoenix, they would have picked up the Phoenix and likely gotten away with their lives. I believe that leaves only Sobek with the Fire Giant belt to his name. Yeah, Apollo and Janus did both die, leaving only Sobek with the Fire Giant buff. And as I mentioned a little earlier, this point in the game, little mistakes like that can cost a team the game. SK Gaming not quite in the position to actually capitalize on those deaths. However, they did manage to save that left lane Phoenix. And they have pushed middle lane forward. So fire minions are not at their doorstep knocking on that Titan, saying hello, riddling him full of that fire, those fire arrows and fire slashing attacks and those fire swords of goodness. Both teams just roaming around, picking up what buffs and jungle camps they can as they are able to. I-5, the past few minutes, has largely kept SK Gaming constrained to their base. However, a brief few moments like this where SK Gaming is able to get out there and pick up some buffs that will help greatly in the near future. They do let that mana buff reset, not wanting to get into a fight just now with the I-5. Kumba coming in with the mighty yawn, getting beads by both members. Janus just getting exploded. Hercules getting caught by Lawbringer, or Fearless rather, getting blown up by the entire SK lineup. Anher is in chase of Sobek. And it looks like I-5 is once again on the back foot, despite a 5.5k gold lead. It's actually about a 4k gold lead, but whatever. Math is hard. Apollo is continuing to split push.
Your left tower is under attack.
Will be well worth it if he can manage to get a Phoenix or a kill off the back of it. However, Aphrodite at this point in the game is able to clear the entire minion wave with one cast of Lovely Birds. Habwa now also back to play with Apollo, who is crossing the sky to escape or join the fight. There has been a good bit of aggression over here, apparently, that I managed to miss looking at the split push, and I can just click to do this. Tyr and Hercules, or rather, Tyr and Anher getting taken down for Janus and Hercules. So 2 for 2 exchange. Apollo getting hit by Water Spout. Still slightly chasing after Kumbhakarna, but looks like they're going to be getting away safely. Now for about 40 seconds, I-5 will have the advantage while Tyr is waiting to respawn. Mercury's starting off the Gold Fury, trying to keep that down, making sure that SK Gaming has as few ways as possible to fight their way back into this match. Fire Giant is also about to respawn, so expect after this Gold Fury for I-5 to rotate over that direction, and after basing, contest and fight for the gold, or rather for the Fire Giant. Kumba just posturing, there are wards down, they do have vision of it. They know no one is there quite yet, but Kumba is just in position, waiting in case they started off to go in and try to steal that away. I think at this point, everyone is at full build. All starter items have been sold off. Oh, except Kumba still has a Watcher's Gift. There's an unfinished Witchblade on Tyr, as I-5 moves in, clearing out the Fire Giant pit as they started off Sobek. Moving forward, there is a vision ward still sitting there. They have full vision of this attempt by I-5. Fire Giant is getting extremely low. Kumba is in position. SK Gaming did manage to steal away the Fire Giant as they progress onto I-5, who are just getting completely obliterated by SK Gaming as a whole. Apollo has shown up from a split push across the sky and into the back of the fight. Going to be facing off against Tyr. I kind of remembered the team fight UI. 3 members of I-5 facing off against the remaining 4 members of SK Gaming. Tyr, Lawbringer, or Fearlessing into the enemy team. Apollo getting taken down. Hercules going to be picked up here as well. Fight still going on in the background as Sobek runs for his life, the only remaining member of the team alive. There's a deicide for SK Gaming with Fire Giant Belt as they push down that right lane. This is probably the game right here, guys. 27 seconds for Mercury to be up. Off the back, from behind, SK Gaming, one good engage onto the Fire Giant with Apollo across the map, not in position, is going to be the game as SK Gaming is on the Fire Giant. Mercury still 10 seconds off spawning to defend. That's going to be game, guys. SK Gaming taking 3rd place for 40 points for this week's bracket. This will leave them, I believe, in 4th place overall. With, as I mentioned earlier, those number of top teams losing early on in the round of 8 or earlier, getting knocked out 10 points apiece. The European scene, the enemy team is just... The European bracket is just completely wide open for anyone. Maniac on Aphrodite doing work that game. 10 kills, 10 assists. Great game all around. Great play by both teams. Game all over the place. I5 trying to claw back from behind, getting ahead for a while, and just not managing to close it out. As I said, one bad engagement on that Fire Giant was all it took for SK Gaming to just knock them out of the way and storm down the lane and take out the Titan. So yeah, some big numbers on both teams. Almost 200,000 creep damage by Mercury. Just huge numbers across the board. Aphrodite, and just tons of healing all over the place. So great game by both teams. I'm not really sure where to go about this from here. I'm gonna say, everyone, if you watch this, thank you very much. I apologize. This is the first time I've tried this in any kind of serious manner. I apologize for any mistakes I made. I apologize for missing things. I apologize for messing up with the camera, for not having a clue what I'm doing. I know, over and over again, I kept calling Tears Fearless, Lawbringer. I have a little note card here with all the ability names on it, but it is what it is. Gotta start somewhere. Gotta suck it up and upload this to YouTube. So, hopefully at the very least, this was watchable and enjoyable. And hopefully, when, not if I do another one, it will be better. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.